What the board were anticipating was some kind of fundamental geometrical method for measuring longitude, perhaps by looking at the positions of the stars or the phases of the moon. But Harrison had a more practical idea in mind. So he knew that if you knew the time in Greenwich from your ship, wherever it was in the world, you could calculate the longitude just by measuring the position of the sun in the sky. The problem was that in the 1700s, nobody had built a clock accurately enough to keep time on a long sea voyage. So Harrison decided to build such a clock and thereby claim the prize.
Producing a clock that remains accurate on a rolling ship is not straightforward. Changing temperatures at sea play havoc with the mechanism, causing the metal components of the clock to expand or contract, varying the speed at which the wheels turn, and making the clock either lose or gain time. So Harrison invented his bimetallic strip to compensate. As the strip curves to varying degrees depending on the temperature, it adjusts the timekeepers accordingly and ensures that the clock's accuracy is maintained, whatever the temperature.
Now, the principle of finding longitude is very simple. All you need to know is the difference in time between noon, where you are, and noon in Greenwich. What I have to do is watch the sun as it tracks across the sky and look for the time when it reaches its highest point, zenith. That's noon here. And then I read off that time on a clock that's been set to Greenwich Mean Time. And that time here in the Isles of Scilly is about now, which is 12:39 and 20 seconds. I can feed that number, 39 minutes and 20 seconds, into a few equations. They're called the equation of time values. They take account of things like the Earth's orbit. And out will come my longitude. So my longitude here in the Scilly Isles is 6.29 degrees west of Greenwich.
For its maiden voyage to Jamaica, Harrison's clock was at sea for 2 months. Thanks partly to its bimetallic strip, it lost just 5.1 seconds. It was a triumph for Harrison. However, Harrison was quick to learn the real price of financial assistance from the Board of Longitude.
The board were made up of astronomers and they were very much in Tyndall's camp. They expected that the longitude problem would be solved by some kind of advance in our fundamental understanding of the universe, a pure solution. So every time Harrison came along with his rather more applied idea, they rejected it. And it wasn't until Harrison presented his 5th timepiece that the board almost reluctantly accepted that the problem had been solved, and even then they didn't pay him the full prize money.